Hey everyone, this next song is one that I listened to recently in the car and I absolutely love it. It's called Ocean Eyes by Jay Cosmic and Desert Star. This is it, it's amazing. Hope you're all doing well.
Saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye in sky. Far away, but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
Hello, how is everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. It is the last show of the year. I can't believe we're there. An image was shared with me not too long ago of Bernie Sanders sitting on the steps of the monument with his mittens on. And it says, yes, that was only 11 months ago. Jesus Christ, what a year it has been. I hope you're all doing good. Happy New Year's Eve. Exactly, Kristen. I'm glad you corrected us on that. Bit of housekeeping. This is the final show. The last Wednesday of each month, I do a Q&A. We'll kind of do that today, but we're also going to talk about the year, reflect on it, and look ahead and see where we are. But the only bit of housekeeping you need is Instagram, Myles Dyer Official. That's where I tend to be most of the time. I hope you're all doing really, really good. My parents were so depressed whenever they came to my house that they bought me this little Christmas tree and these Christmas lights. And so I normally put them around the TV downstairs, but I thought, make an effort with the background. I think it works. I think it looks cute. Yeah. I'm also buzzing at the moment because I've done a whole bottle of red wine. And there is a story behind it, which is I was catching up recently with a friend, an online friend that I've known for maybe, well, they said 5 years. I think it's 7 just because you always got to add 2 years because of the pandemic. And it's their birthday today. And I was like, oh, what have you got planned? And they were like, nothing. No one's doing anything. I'm just going to spend it alone. And they were like having a really terrible time. So I bought them pizza. I bought them some wine, and we just had a video conversation online while eating pizza, and it's made their day, which is good. So, yeah, in this digital age, you can always do things for people and, combat loneliness. Obviously, things will never, compete with real-life interaction. But, you just got to do what you can when you can, and that is the best we can do when doing these things. So, yeah, they actually were like a couple of hours late, which is fine. They kept apologizing. I was like, look, it's your birthday. You do what you want. And they had like family calling them and that. And I don't know. There's a lot of loneliness in the world. There's a lot of sadness in the world. And it's really unfortunate. And, we all deal with things from time to time. And so it's about just putting positive energy out there, and that's what I feel I do every week with you guys. And when I say we do every week, I'm not talking about just me, it's you guys. You're in the chat, you're always so kind and lovely. I adore you dearly, and I hope that you all had a great Christmas break. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, hopefully at this time of year, as we approach the end, you have some time to reflect and think about the things that are important to you and spend it with loved ones. I was lucky enough to spend it at my parents' house because last year, due to lockdown, I had to spend it home alone. I actually went to my parents to pick up Christmas dinner from the doorstep, and my mum gave it to me. I then brought it home, heated it up, and then went on a video call. I don't even think it was at this desk. That's the crazy thing. This is what a weird year it has been. I think that this studio I built this year. I do. I really do. Oh, man. Does anyone else feel a bit discombobulated with what a year it's been? Like, where did the year start? It's really good to see you all here. There's going to be a lot of new faces. If you're watching and you're not typing in the chat, I love you. I appreciate you. And it's not always about just joining in on the conversation. You can just watch, and that is wonderful as well. Same feeling. Yeah, solidarity with discombobulation for sure. I've got my booster vaccine scheduled for January 9th, I think. So yeah, I also had a job interview today for night shift work, and it went really, really well. I think I've got the job, but it means I'm going to be starting working 10 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. But they said, is there any days or times you can't do? And you know what I said? There is only one day and one time I can't do. And what do you think that was? Any guesses, chat? Any guesses? Hey, Hannah. Good to see you here. Any guesses? I said Wednesdays. I have a special live show, 9 till 10, So it finishes at 10. I'll probably not be able to get... Yeah, Wednesday. There we go. Yeah. So they're fine with that. They actually said... They're a really nice team. I love this. Wednesday. Yeah, they said that the early day... they said they don't want to quash employees' passions and that, which is really nice. Because I did night shift work last year, but it was for an agency. So you turn up and, you're just a cog. Which most people feel in a lot of jobs, but here, because I'll be employed directly by the company, the manager I spoke with was really nice, and she seemed to really care a lot about it. So, yeah, that was really, really, really important to me. I just want to say hi to anyone else that's tuning in. I've got the numbers in the corner here, and it's going up. I just want everyone to take a moment and think about, I know it's difficult, 2021, Discombobule City. Yep. That is the location we are right here. I feel like I need to keep these lights up. They're beautiful. They work well. And they always say fairy lights in the background are always good for vloggers when you have a bit of the blur. I just want everyone to think about this year. And I had one question and now another question's come to mind. We're going to do both of them, okay? So, okay, so the question I was going to go with first, I'm not. I'm going to ditch it completely because I think this second one is way more interesting. So I was going to say, could everyone name a highlight and a low light of the year? But I think that's too broad and general. So instead, I'm going to ask everyone to think about a place, a person, and a thing. And it could be really positive, or it could be a highlight, it could be a low light. I just want everyone to think about each of those things. A person, a place, and a thing in 2021 that stands out to them. You don't have to come out with answers now. What we might do is continue the conversation elsewhere, and then we'll bring it. But like, if you want to write it down or something like that, I think that's actually quite a good way to reflect on the year. And while we do that, I'll actually Wednesday. Well, actually, that'd be a time as well, right? Wednesday could count now. I'll accept that. But before we get to your answers, and I will put them up on the screen, I was speaking with a friend last night who confided in me on... Well, they were asking about my past, and I was talking about me making some major breakthroughs in the last few years, and that there was a story I've always wanted to tell for about 10 years that I've had to get over, and that although it hasn't come to fruition this year, I feel good about it in the next year. And then they told me about something they went through, which was, sad, but I had a lot of respect for what they said. And then they just said something which was so simple, but so beautiful. And I was like, that's just sometimes you hear things and it really strikes a chord. And they said, how's this for a New Year's resolution? Now, I'm not someone for New Year's resolutions because I think you can start anytime, anywhere. But, if it's good for you and it works for you, I think you should definitely do it. So they said, how's this for a New Year's resolution? And they used one word, and their one word was healing. And I really, really liked that. And they said... And what I loved was they didn't go into any details or anything. They just said, how's this for a New Year's resolution? Healing. And I just love that openness of it. It's like, it's not heal this or heal that or anything. Instead, it is healing. It is just in this moment, whatever you're dealing with from this year, the new year is a chance to grow from it. And I thought that was really beautiful. So I want to put that out there for anyone who is dealing with troubles. It might be economical. It might be social. It might be to do with health. It could be with any of these things. And so, yeah, I would just say healing is a really good thing. And it's something I'm definitely going to take with into the new year. McMillan, hey, good to see you here. So McMillan is a wonderful Twitch streamer who I had the pleasure of meeting when I was going from stream to stream, promoting my band's track on Beat Saber. And oh my goodness, so many amazing streamers have played that song now and sent me the footage. So next year in January, I'm gonna be putting together a music video with all their clips, and it should be absolutely wonderful. So yeah, there's that. Right, everyone's saying definitely keep Wednesday. Right. Right, we got a place here. Place would be my work. I feel welcome and satisfied there. That's really good. I always say there are sort of 3 stages when it comes to having a job and being, the first stage is, fortunate enough to have a job, which is a sad thing to say in today's society. The second thing is fortunate to have a job that you enjoy. That's really, really important. And then the third stage is fortunate enough to have a job you enjoy with people that you get on well with. I mean, I've worked in many jobs throughout my life where I wouldn't normally enjoy the job, but the people were great, and so that made a difference to me. One second. Right, what we got here? Sorry, sometimes it doesn't always go down the chat. Hey, Lisa, good to see you here. You don't do resolutions except in July. That's cool. No, thank you. And you're such an awesome spirit, and I really enjoyed, our conversation. And that was something I was very focused on when I was going to different Twitch streams. Was I didn't want to be one of these people that just requests our song, gets it played, and then goes on to the next person. Like every room, I'd spend a good half an hour in, and at least, and just it was great chatting with the community and stuff like that. It was really, really good. Cool. Right, so what order should we do this in? I said a person, a place, a thing. Let's do a place first. So, does anyone want to type in the chat? In 2021, what is a place that really stands out to you? Now, it might be quite limited because of the pandemic, but is there a place that stands out to you in 2021? And it could be for a good reason. It could be a bad reason. So, oh wow. Okay, I need to change the size of this. I changed it for the beginning, and now look at this. This is, oh my goodness, look at this. 1 second. To Blizz. Oh my goodness me. Here we go. That's better. That's more sensible, right? Oh god, it went away. I just fixed it and then it went away. Let me bring it up again. Place, definitely my new workplace, considering that I have to move for the 3rd time in 7 years. It was a big decision to make, and I must say I'm very happy I made it. Well, that's really good to hear. How far did you have to move for it? I assume you mean move home. That's quite a big deal. I've never had to move home for a job before, and I don't know how people do it. My place, Beck says, is my new home. Moved here in July, and I utterly adore this place. It has such nice energy. It's my grandmother's old place as well. I love that my family has history here. That's really, really cool. Home. Man, home is where the heart is. 2 hours away. Okay. Do you know, I was speaking to my dad on the phone earlier because he's going to be helping me in January strip out my bathroom and put a new one in. And he says that when he was going through some old toolkits, he got a tin and he opened it and it had parts that he needed. And he realised that the parts in were parts that my granddad had put in there when he taught my dad how to do it, like tens of years ago. My granddad's now passed away. And so my dad said the moment he opened the tin, it's amazing how, parts for doing a bit, I think it was fixing a toilet system or something, it just took him back instantly to when he got taught by his father. Like the power of memories can be quite something. It's home for me, being able to actually spend time with my son and actually get to know him better as a little human. That's been a big takeaway from the pandemic, and it's why a lot of people have quit certain jobs, because they realise I'm missing this time with my family, and things like that. So already we're starting to see there's an overlap here in terms of place and, person. Mojo says, place, Laneshaw Wood. For me, my friend stays close to it and has always shown me videos and pics of it to get away from some me time and a bit when I finally went. It's a beautiful place. That's awesome. My friend's dining room. I had a whole bar trivia squad that would regularly go out pre-COVID, but we all picked up Dungeons and Dragons this year and socialised more responsibly. That's awesome. I think for me, the place would have to be my parents' home. Just because spending Christmas with them, it was amazing. Got to enjoy time with my brother, his other half, My parents, as I said, I didn't get to do that last Christmas, and so that was really good. So again, there's already an overlap there. That was really nice. Okay, so what would we say in terms of a person in 2021? A person that comes to mind. I know who my person is, without a doubt, and some of you will know because I've mentioned them before. But I want to hear yours first. Like, is there a person that has really made an impression in your life this year? Oh my goodness, this red wine's really good. That might have to be my thing. And by the way, hi, anyone that's just joined. A lot of people have just joined in. Say hi in the chat. Or if you're a friend of mine and you're not in the chat, just text me. I love this. Oh, Myles, I wonder. I mean, I'll go first. Yeah. My friend Emma, who I've known for 6 years. An internet friend, but that has never stopped me. Do you know, I have internet friends that I've known for 20 years. It's absolutely remarkable. And I've never met them. And so that's pretty crazy. But yeah, Emma is a friend of mine who I've known for 6 years, but this year in particular, I think also because of the pandemic, it has leveled the playing field where people that you would normally hang out with on a day-to-day basis, they're now digital acquaintances. And so that is on a level playing field with, you know, people that you know online, like Emma. And so she's been, you know, sometimes you can't choose the people that you have feelings for and you really connect with. And it's one of those people that is so amazing. They are so kind. I mean, I'm very fortunate to know a lot of kind people in the world. But she is so incredibly thoughtful. She is driven by wanting to please other people. And when I ask questions about, you know, future plans and stuff like that, it's all these big ambitious projects about helping community and helping other people. And, you know, that's amazing, of course. But then it's on like the more trivial things like interests we have and stuff like that. We match. And it's the first time ever in my life, and I say this as someone who's about to turn 35 years old, it's the first person in my life where I've ever felt entirely comfortable. Because normally if there's someone that I like quite a bit, straight away I'll be questioning like, which parts of me do I not want to reveal yet because that might scare them off or they not like it and stuff like that. I feel nothing with this person. Like, I've been able to put myself fully out there and it feels amazing. And I'm very, very lucky to know them. It's left me with a lot of anxiety because I really, really want to meet them. And that there are plans for that next year. But it's that whole balancing act of all in good time, not wanting to rush it, but also in my head I'm like, but I want to meet them before it's too late, you know, for whatever reason that might be. So yeah, Emma is my special person for 2021 without a doubt. They've brought me a lot of happiness and joy this year, a lot of good memories and good conversation, and we all have, you know, special people in our lives. And you know, I've always been someone who's always getting the question of have you found anyone nice yet and stuff like that, and I've always been like, nah. Like I know lots of great people, just no one that it clicks with. And do you know what's happened now is now I found someone that makes me happy. People are like, but why can't you find someone in England? Why can't you find someone in England? And it's like, oh, you never please these people. And my answer is actually what I kind of alluded to earlier, which is the internet has made this level playing field where, you know, digital outreach can overcome geographical distance. Obviously, you need to be there in person eventually, but it at least allows for a big starting point. Right. Hey, Fatima. So McMillan said, I can't say one person. It's very difficult. I mean, obviously my family and my, you know, all and close friends. But in terms of like, this isn't about who is the one and only person. It's just like when you think of 2021, is there a person that really stands out to you? So, yeah. Not a friend, but been following you for years, and you just came up on my feed and got nostalgic because I haven't seen you in years and well popped in to say hi. I really appreciate that. And this is one of the reasons I started doing this live show. So every week I could say hi to people that are subscribed and I perhaps haven't popped up in the feed. So yeah, really, really appreciate it. And if you're watching, click that thumbs up button because it helps the algorithm. It helps other people like Fatima potentially get me in their feed, and then they might come say hey. And it's always wonderful to reconnect. McMillan says, Twitch has been an amazing place for me this year. The amount of supportive and amazing people I've had the pleasure of getting to know and has been amazing. Yeah, I mean, Twitch is great, and it does make me want to get a PC and PC VR set up so I can get something really, really good with Beat Saber. That'd be wonderful. If I had the cash, I would have organised a meeting in Ottawa or Toronto. I have the perfect name for it, the Get Off My Virtual Lawn convention. I love it. I love it so much. My beautiful husband and mum, Beck says, it's been a weird and bad year for everyone, I think, but I couldn't have got through it without them. That's amazing. And I do think that in these moments, it does really help us close in our perspectives on those that are most important to us and those that are closest to us. Because, you know, I think of like when I was at school and everyone's leaving and everyone swaps details, we're all going to stay in touch and it soon dissipates. And that's fine. It's not because of disrespect or that you didn't like people. It's just that in life we have to choose who we invest. And actually, I was speaking to a friend yesterday and he was mentioning that he was looking through his friends list and there were people in there that he really didn't like, but it was just a hangover from when he was at school. But when you're at school, you don't really have a choice who you hang out with. You kind of, you know, you have your close friends, but you got to sort of get on with everyone. So you don't want to sort of like block anyone off. And it probably happens after school until you have the freedom to drive or you've built a career, you know, at university or, further education. So in later life, I think it really homes in. And I think the pandemic has done that even more. So, thank you. That's very, very, very kind. She has a really cool spelling of her name, Emma. It's E-M-A. 1M. That's not a correction. Like I would have said Emma as well, but yeah. She's amazing. Mojo. A woman I talked to on Facebook called Evie that is going through some brutal chemo. She has cancer in her leg, hip, and chest, I think, but she is so kind and a beautiful soul. Oh my goodness, cancer, man. Horrible, horrible, brutal illness, and you know. The potential of it could be inside any of us, and that's the scary thing about it. My dad has quite a beautiful way of talking about the cancer he's got. So he's got a chronic leukemia. I've mentioned it a few times before, found out about a year ago. And his attitude is most people die with it, not from it. And I'm like, I love that perspective. I love that perspective indeed. Internet friends can be awesome. One I first friended nearly 20 years ago, and even though we live 8,700 kilometers away, we've met up a few times over the years. That's awesome. That's the beauty of the internet. All my friends as well, I'm truly grateful I have them in my life, and they were there to support me when I need someone to lean on. You know, there is another community within the VR Rhythm community that I'm sure would love to have your music in it too. I would love to hear it. Let me know. And to be honest, Synth Riders, the creators of Synth Riders want to listen to, you know, have a conversation about our album. So I do need to speak with them soon, but I'm probably going to wait until the new year just because my illness knocked me out for not 6 weeks, 5 weeks. I'll choose a radio presenter who I will need to listen to and catch up as I am tuned into you right now. That's so cute. That's very nice. No, don't need to apologise for that. That's good to hear. I didn't realise Ipster had treatment. I'm glad to hear that. My music festival planning friends, since we see each other less because we're not playing a festival again, we've picked up Jackbox TV games, Among Us and Minecraft. Oh my goodness, Minecraft. They've got this new Realms thing, so like on consoles you can now have servers, so you don't have to be online for other people to play, which is great. Jackbox TV. Oh, excuse me. I bought the new one, but I haven't played all the games yet. And Among Us, I just got for the console, and it's annoying that you can't use microphone. Yeah, I'm enjoying Among Us a lot more than I thought. Yeah, I spoke about it briefly, like a few times, but not like head on. Just that my dad is unwell. But yeah, I found out just over about a year ago. Which actually it was over a year ago. It was why he was extra frustrated that we couldn't spend Christmas with him, but for that reason, because it's blood cancer and, you know, infection can cause, you know, white blood cells to react, and because chronic leukemia is about the white blood cells, you know, overpopulating, you don't want illness to spark that. So really, really important. Synth Riders, awesome. Yeah, I need to speak. So I had one of the Synth Riders developers on this live show actually earlier this year. Had a really good conversation. So yeah, we'll definitely have to do it. One of my friends. So actually, the band Gunship that is on Synth Riders. So Gunship. Do you know what? I always have to worry before saying this. Like, is it known who's in Gunship? Yeah, it is. So Dan Hay and Alex Westaway, they actually and Alex Gingell, they had a production company called Horse in the Hedge, and they wanted to do a music video, and so I worked with them on that and a few projects, and they did the music video for my band's first single, A Complex Slate with All the Fire. So if you ever check it out, yeah, they're in Gunship. So there you go. Okay, is that CT Connecticut, yeah, if I'm right? Since I moved here from New York and I'm still overwhelmed. Well, I hope you settle in soon. Okay, the job interview game. Did we play that? I don't think we played that in the end. I really wanted to, though. And yeah, Complex Slate is a really, really, really good video, for sure. Cool. Right, so we've done a person, a place, and now a thing. What is a thing? I mean, a thing could be a person or a place, but it could be something else. What is a thing that stands out in 2021? I mean, for me, I'd probably have to say the live show, this live show setup, this broadcast system. It's been amazing to do this every Wednesday, -1 when I was unwell. Obviously, I'd love to talk. The thing about my band as well has been very special, with us finally releasing music for our album. But the album's out next year. In February. So that'd be really, really important. But yeah, I think this setup has been really, really empowering for me, especially because I've been stuck at home. So I've been really, really grateful for this. It's nice just to do everything here so easily. So yeah, that's really, really important. What other things appeal to people? The red wine is kicking in. The red wine had kicked into me ages ago, man. I feel like I've gone into this live stream really, 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 really energetic. I was just looking down because I just got a text from someone. Sorry, I know it's really unprofessional. So what thing? What thing has appealed to everyone this year? Man, it's only past. I love this. Staying in good health. Again, I think people really, really appreciate it a lot more in the context of the pandemic. And obviously hearing about people and the difficulties that they're going through. Definitely. Health is, it's a potentially bleak perspective or consideration, but I remember Steve Jobs when he was unwell and he looked incredibly frail, and it's like Steve Jobs, one of the most richest men on the planet, and that's the thing, is you can have all the money. I mean, health. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And it reminds me of the beginning of one of the Zeitgeist movies, where it starts with a whole thing about everything goes back in the box. Everything goes back in the box. Yeah, it might be a bit early for some red wine. When did I start doing my live shows? Good question. When did I start doing the weekly? What should we have a guess? I mean, I'll look on my channel because I've got a playlist of all my live shows. Let's have a look here. I'm just going to slide down the playlist. Oh my god, there's a couple in here that aren't into that are in the wrong playlist. That's hilarious. 1 second. I hate it when YouTube does that. So, well, the earliest I've got on here is July, dealing with anxiety Q&A, July 14th. I think that might have been the first one. Yeah, July 14th. So, yeah, I've been doing it half a year. Is that right? I had no idea. Is that really true? I'm looking that up. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm reading about it. It's just that, yeah, Jobs' magical thinking may have defined his business brilliance, but it could also be his downfall in his fight against cancer. According to Steve Jobs' biographer, Walton Isaacson, the Apple mastermind eventually came to regret the decision he had made years earlier to reject potentially life-saving surgery in favour of alternative treatments like acupuncture, dietary supplements and juices. Though he ultimately embraced the surgery and sought out cutting-edge experimental methods, they were not enough to save him. Jobs' cancer had been discovered by chance during a CT scan in 2003 to look for kidney stones, during which doctors saw a shadow on his pancreas. That while the news was not good, the upside was that the form of pancreatic cancer from which Jobs suffered was one of the 5% or so that are slow growing and mostly likely to be cured. But Jobs refused surgery after diagnosis, and for 9 months after favoured instead dietary treatments and other alternative methods. Isaacson said that when he asked Jobs why he had resisted, Jobs said, "I didn't want my body to be opened. I didn't want to be violated in that way." His early resistance to surgery was apparently incomprehensible to his wife and close friends who continually urged him to do it, but there seemed to be more to his resistance than just fear of surgery. I think that you've kind of felt that if you ignore something, if you don't want something to exist, you can have magical thinking, and it had worked for him in the past. Wow. That's incredibly sad. Well, this is the thing when people talk about intelligence, isn't it? You know, like, look, I'm not doing a comparison from what we've just spoken about, but like another example is, you know, when there are like terrorist attacks and people go that, you know, these fundamentalists, they're idiots. It's like, well, no, some of them are like, you know, engineers, and it all depends how you define intelligence. And it's like, even people that are academically smart or creative geniuses are susceptible to other forms of blind spots and ignorances. So, yeah, that's I did not know that. I did not know that, and that is quite shocking. That's good to hear. I've still got ringing in my right ear from that COVID show I went to earlier this year. And it's not going away. And this new treatment I've been given, I've had to stop it. So I'm going to have to go to the doctors after Christmas. Yeah, it's very, very annoying and frustrating. I really started to realise the value of good health, mental and physical, and human connections. It's not like I didn't appreciate them before, but I really focused on finding the dream job. Well, yeah, that's the thing about awareness, is like we always talk about stuff like we didn't know about something and then we did, but quite often we have, you know, amplification of awareness for things. Like, it's about priorities. You know, the whole point about attention is it's about where you focus. You know, you can't have attention to everything. So right now in the room, I'm very aware of my surroundings, but it's about where I choose it. So right now I'm looking at myself on the camera to make sure I'm in shot. Then my attention will go to the chat. So, you know, that is on a micro level, but on the grand scheme of things and like life decisions, yeah, there are a lot of things that I talk about, like, we take a lot for granted, but it's the solution is not to, so for example, not taking your health for granted. The solution isn't to spend every waking hour going, oh my god, I'm glad I haven't got a horrible illness, I'm glad I haven't got a horrible illness, oh my god, I can't do anything and can't take risks, because then we would never live. And so it's always a balancing act, isn't it? The decision to leave my job on Boxing Day because of the effect it's had on my mental health was a big thing for me, and it made me do something for myself and take a break and rest and heal. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Sorry, I know I'm going quite back now. Wisdom versus intelligence, yep. Well, about Steve Jobs, it is one thing he was arrogant. Well, this is when we have conversations about like Elon Musk or Julian Assange. I think both are brilliant people that have done brilliant things, but they're also complete dicks and have very questionable backgrounds of ways they've conducted themselves. And I kind of feel that to be a visionary in this world, to like take on big institutions and to really shake things up, you kind of need to have those traits. Do you know what I mean? It's like a double-edged sword. On the flip side, you could be someone that has a heart of gold. I know someone who's got a heart of gold to the point that they don't put themselves first at all, and they've had huge detriment to their own health and safety. So, yeah, I think every characteristic can be a double-edged sword. Yeah, I'm someone who tends to stay on things. Like, I think there's only one. Well, actually, there was a job that I resigned from, but it was only because another job had approached me. Like, I'm not someone that actively looks elsewhere. So, like this job I'm going for, this night shift, if I get it, in my mind, it's like I'm going to do it until the end of January, and then hopefully I'll have a full-time job, like back in my speciality. But I don't know that. I have no idea about that at all. Yeah, no, I agree with that, Bex. I agree. Well, yeah, but I mean, arrogance, I'd say the good aspect of that is having confidence. Wait, Bernie Sanders interviewed Elon Musk. I know they had a clash, but I didn't realise he interviewed him. Oh, goodness me. I did not know this. Wait, no, that looks like a spoof. Yeah, they've edited the Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah, there was a Twitter spat they had, but they haven't done an interview, have they? Hmm. Yeah, I couldn't find it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see it if that is the case. Cool. Right. Oh man, I'm so going to bed after this. I am sleepy. Hey, good to see you here, Indie Bear. Happy New Year to you as well. Lunch break, nice. Thanks for stopping in on your lunch break. I love the support in this room. And yeah, good for you, Mojo. I am good tired. I mean, I'm bad tired in the sense of like I want more energy to get me through to the end. How you doing, Paul? Good to see you here. Paul, did you go and see The Matrix? We were talking about movies last week. My two movie takeaways at the moment are I went into Spider-Man No Way Home with super high expectations and it blew me away. Go see it in the cinema. Go see it in the cinema. It's the best cinematic experience I've had since I can remember. Matrix, I went in with low expectations and I hated it. What did you think of it, Paul? I absolutely hated The Matrix. And I hate to say that. And my best friend I went with, he enjoyed it. And I'm happy for people. If people have enjoyed it, I think that's great. That's really, really important. It's not rude. It's an opinion. I wanted to enjoy it. I was shaking my head left to right at the end throughout the movie, but towards the end I was just going, I can't believe this is happening. What are they doing? Yeah. Okay, so The Matrix was okay, but I hated it for that reason. Is that a bit of a weird thing to say? I think because just The Matrix was so brilliant. But then the connotations in the opening third, like, this isn't going into spoilers. I'm not going to go into specifics. But, it's known from the trailers that the Matrix is very self-referential, yeah? Nostalgia is the greatest comfort, all this sort of stuff. The self-referentialism in the opening third makes me wonder if, did the director even want to make this movie? Yeah, that is my sentiment. MRI Gamer. If you go and you enjoy it, I love it. Because when it got to the end, my best friend was saying what he enjoyed about it, and I just kept shut. And I told him the next day because he kept saying, I've been thinking about it. I like this, this, and this. And I sent him a long message back and said, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. I haven't said anything because I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer straight after the movie, and I want to let it sink in because it might click with me. But for me, it's just, it felt like a fan movie made during a pandemic. It was just so vacuous. And the longer it went on, the more tedious it got. It just baffled me. It just baffled me to high heaven. But Spider-Man No Way Home blew my fucking mind. Honestly, and I want to go into the cinema and see it again. I laughed. I cried. Yeah. Matrix was meta overload. Right. But then I would say that Spider-Man was meta overload, but it was done right. Because the reason Spider-Man No Way Home works, and again, look, no spoilers here, other than what you'll see in the trailer. The reason that Spider-Man No Way Home works is it celebrates 3 generations of Spider-Man with their villains being brought back into this new movie. And it's not that the villains go, hey, Green Goblin here, bye. No, they're actually integral to the story. Whereas in The Matrix, it's kind of like, remember this, remember that. And it just, yeah, I just didn't. So yeah, if you've still not seen Spider-Man, go get a ticket as soon as you can. Obviously, depending on how safe you feel with going into a theatre, wear a mask and all that sort of stuff. But I want to go see Spider-Man again. I mean, it's the first movie since the pandemic started that's raised $1 billion. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, I take your correction. Yeah, I agree with that. Are you sure looking up those reviews? Well, I told you. I went into Spider-Man with high expectations, really high expectations, and yet it still beat it. I went into The Matrix with really low expectations, and it's still disappointed. But as I said, if you're a Matrix fan, go check it out. And if you enjoy it, amazing. I wish I enjoyed it. Like, honestly. Well, the new Matrix you can watch on HBO Max. I don't know how that is in Canada. No, I didn't expect to hate it. I went into The Matrix thinking it's a divisive film. Some people love it, some people didn't like it. I hope that I like it. That was kind of how I went in to see it. I went in with an open mind. As open of a mind as possible. Yeah, you know. Yeah, definitely. I would highly recommend watching all the Spider-Man movies before seeing the new one, just so that you really appreciate the villains and the context that they come to the movie in. I think that's really, really important. Here, one second. Hey Emma, I'm currently live. Everyone's watching me record you this video message. I'm on for another 13 minutes, so stop by if you can. Just got a text, so I just had to tell them to get their ass here. Oh, there she is. And she spelled her name wrong. Emma, I was correcting them earlier. And now Bex is going to hate me. Yeah, I know. It's cool. It's cool. It's done. I love that so much. And Emma, I didn't realise what I sent earlier was anonymous. So I understand totally. How you doing? Yeah, so I was explaining how your name is spelt in a really good way. EMA. It is EMA, though. It's just that you've decided to go with Emma Wilde here for whatever reason. So, Emma, today we are talking about, and by the way, to anyone else who's joined, a lot of people have come and gone throughout this chat. We were talking about 2021. It's been a big year. It's been a long year. It's very, very hard to get a sense of how long it's been going on for and where it started. We're coming up with 3 things. We're coming up with a person, a place, and a thing that comes to mind when you think of 2021. You'll never guess who my person was, Emma, but I can just clip it for you later. Or you can watch it on replay. And yeah, I love this. Everyone is so nice in the chat. Emma live streams as well. Hundreds and hundreds of people watch. Although I found a really cute image tonight. Oh my god, you've got to watch this. Check this out. Check this out. Right, is it going to let me do it? Do I have to log into Facebook? Right, let me see if I can get it up on my because for screen share I use Google Chrome. Okay, here we go. Right, screen share. Okay. Check this out. I never use Facebook anymore. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. 10 years ago today, when I used to live stream on stickam.com. Look at that. 10 years ago on Stickam. And look at the views. 1,202 watching, 40,000 people. It's like, those were the days. Those were the days. And by the way, these shirts, anyone that is a founder on my Patreon for my podcast, I'll send one because I've got loads of them spare still. 1 second. I might have to do a quiz. I might have to do a quiz and a giveaway for these. Bex, have you still not? All right, we're going to sort this out. So this is Stickade 2013. So this was the 24-hour... For those that don't know, every year I used to do a 24-hour live show. Can you imagine doing that, Emma? Live streaming for 24 hours non-stop. I used to do it every year for charity. And this was the last one we did in 2013. 24 hours of helping the world. And we had chefs on cooking, we had comedians, we had musicians, and yeah, I've got loads of these. So I do want to get rid of them. So maybe we'll just have to do you know what? We will just organise during a live show. We'll just do a t-shirt giveaway. And when I say giveaway, I literally mean all of you in the room. I'll just say, hey, PayPal me the cost for postage. And then I'll send you the shirt. I've got all the packaging sorted. And you are so nuts. Well, oh God, it's crazy. I mean, look, I'll show you. Well, it started in my bedroom. Oh, God, look at this. Here we go. Emma, you're making me go real back. Stickade. Oh, my God. Some of these clips. Oh, my God. Look at this. This did almost 1 million views, this promo. Do you remember this guy? Charlie is so cool like.
Migraine. Take the edge off it with
Can you hear it, by the way?
Tried everything for that throbbing migraine. Take the edge.
Hello, so today I'm going to tell you about a thing.
I love things!
Well,
look at my hair, man.
Today's thing is this. Stickade. For the last 4 years, my friend Myles Dyer has hosted a 24-hour live chat on the internet to raise money for the children's charity UNICEF. Myles is a very good friend of mine. In fact, he was the first YouTuber that I ever met up with in person. So when he came to me...
Do you know, this makes me sad, though, because Charlie, I don't hear from him anymore. And I really miss him. Deep in my heart. Do you want me to tell you a really crazy story about Charlie and me? Right. This is... well... When you chat with him on Twitch, tell him that I miss him. Tell him that on my live show, I miss him dearly, and I would love to reconnect. But yeah, Emma, we'll sort you out with one, and everyone here will sort out with one. But obviously, Emma gets special treatment because she's a special person, as we have already established. He is in Canada now. Yeah, so. Yeah, I've reached out to him. I send video messages, to people and that, and but I also know he deals with anxiety, so sometimes it might be like, oh, I haven't spoken to Myles in a while, and then don't know what to say, and it's like I'm totally cool with it. Like, let's just start again, Yeah. So, right, funny story, right? This. Have you ever had an experience where you feel like you've lost your mind and you're in the Matrix, or you're just going to freak out? This happened with me. So, he mentioned that I was the first person he met from the internet. Okay? So, we decided we were going to hang out. So, he gave me his address, and I was going to go and visit him for the day. Okay? I love that. Bigging me up. I don't know. I keep thinking Emma's disappeared. I keep thinking she's disappeared. And also, I do worry because I do bother Emma a lot as well. Because this is the thing, people, is when you really, really like someone, it's really difficult to, message them, but not too much that you annoy them, but not too little that they think you don't give a shit. And getting that middle ground is really difficult. Anyway, that we can decide the rules another time. This is the story. So he gave me his address, and I was going to go down and visit him for the day, okay? So I drove down. He lived in Bath with his mum, who's absolutely lovely. I had the postcode in, and I couldn't remember the street in my head. I'm still there. I've got this. And yeah, see, everyone relates, okay? So I head on down to to his home via the postcode. I remember the house number, but not the street name. So I get there, and when I pull up, get to the house, and I knock on the front door. I don't know who his mum is. I did not bring pizza. Knock at the door, and mum's here. Hi, can I help you? Oh, hi. It's Myles. Is Charlie there? Oh yeah. Hi, Myles. 1 second. Charlie, Myles is here. Hear someone running upstairs. Comes down the stairs. It is a little kid. So at this point, I must have been like 20 or 21 years old. There is a kid who must have been like 10 years old, and we're sort of staring at each other on the on the hallway. And it was like one of these twists from a Saw movie or something like that. And I was like, and then the mum looks at me and then looks at him and goes, Charlie, is everything okay? And he goes, I mean, I'm probably recalling this like a movie. He goes, Mum, that's not Myles. And I went, I think I've come to the wrong house. So I called Charlie. And I'm like, Charlie, I'm not at your house. He goes, 1 second. And he got on his bike. It turns out, okay, I had turned up at the street next to where Charlie lived. In the same house number, there was a Charlie that was expecting his friend Myles to turn up that day. What the fuck? What the fuck? It was like, it was one of those moments I thought I was going to lose my mind. It was just absolutely crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah. I was just like, it's one of those moments where I thought I'd look like, what are the chances? I mean, I didn't, qualify. Is it Myles Myles or Miles? You need to work out those things. Yeah. By the way, we talked about this in the past. I know Sarah, who wanted to debate me on an issue. We should start having guest spots on here like this. Yeah, Emma. You need to be a guest on my show 1 week, okay? You need to come on and be on here and teach everyone some Romanian. That'd be really, really good. Just, putting the pressure on you. That's all. Out of adoration. I know. Everyone's like, yeah, what a coincidence. It is awesome coincidence. I'm not sure I'd go there if it was awesome. I mean, awesome doesn't necessarily mean good, right? But yeah, it was, I'll never forget that. It was crazy. And, yeah. Me and Charlie made some videos together when we were there. I mean, to be honest, I could probably find... Oh, yeah, we were talking about Stickade as well. So that was Stickade 2010. Stickade 2007 was how it started. No, it wasn't. 2006. Oh, my God. I know. Us all being kids on camera. It was so cute. So cute. You feel the pressure. You can just run away. Run away. You see that. Me and Emma have a lot of conversations around confidence because she sees me like public speaking, or actually we were talking about donating blood the other day. And how, I have confidence and, to do certain things that she may not want to do. But then she does things that I wouldn't have the confidence to do. And I think that's something we always have to keep in mind in life, that we all have confidence to do different things. We all have superpowers. We all have abilities. And it's the same with insecurity. You can find someone that you find absolutely beautiful. They're going to have insecurities about things. I have insecurities about how I look about certain ways. And I think, obviously, social media can amplify that as well. You only see the highlights on Instagram, everyone's smiling and everything. Right, check this out. Okay, I'm bringing this back up. By the way, when I played that video earlier, could you hear the sound? Yeah, right. Chat, does Emma need to come on as a guest 1 week? Yes or no? Do we have a Learn Romanian with Emma? It's going to be unanimous, Emma. You've lost. You're on. You're coming on. Not now. Another time. I won't put that much pressure on you. Right. Check this out, right? So I love this video of my first ever one. This was it 15 years ago. This was when I'd done the first 24-hour live show. Does this still work? Oh no, where's donation? Here it is. No, okay, it's expired. But it was for UNICEF. And what I love is there are huge YouTubers that you find like here. Reneto. Canuck Tunes, who's in the chat. I love this. So Canuck Tunes used to make an intro for my videos with a puppet talking. Which was super cute. By the way, Emma, it's happening. Yeah. Yeah, it's happening. Emma, the crowd has spoken. So yeah.
Hey YouTube, it's Myles Dyer, Blade 376.
Blade 376.
I've just woken up now. It's 10 to 7 in the evening GMT, and I've been asleep since pretty much 9:05 this morning after
Yeah, I would play the intro you made me, but it would get flagged for sure.
I finished the 24-hour stick-em chat I did for UNICEF.
So there was that, and then oh man, some of these. I've made a lot of my old videos private, but I've kept a lot of them up because it just shows you. I mean, this video in particular, admit to the world you're not perfect, I think is really at the crux of who I am as a person. Oh my God, this one's up when I was really depressed. When I was teaching in school. Oh, okay. Has everyone seen this one of me when I was 12 years old? This is, it's of course not real. Check this out. Me when I'm 12.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Sky News, broadcasting live from Sky Studios at the Millennium Dome in London. I'm Myles Dyer. In a moment, we'll catch up on the world of sport, but first the news headlines on the hour every.
Anyway, oh man, there's some classics from the old stuff. So yeah, love it. Yeah, I mean, look, it's the hour anyway, so I'm gonna be heading off anyway. I know. A lot. It's on my YouTube channel. Just go to my YouTube channel and just look at all the videos in reverse order from old to new, and you'll see it there. So yeah, look, guys, I need to head off. I want to wish everyone a really, really happy end of the year. It's been a very difficult year for many of us, but it's a time to really reflect on those that are close, friends, family, loved ones. And you guys have been absolutely amazing since I've started doing this in July. It's been a great weekly live show. I've really enjoyed doing it. And I'm really looking forward to getting my podcast back up and running again in the new year. You guys are fucking amazing. I love you all. And, you know, together we each bit by bit make the world a better place. So I just want to say, as we go into the new year, think about that word that my friend used as a New Year's resolution, healing. And I really, really like that. Just take the opportunity to heal in whatever way that is. Wherever you feel maybe a bit weak or a bit soft, just heal. Give yourself some love and care, things that you deserve. And realise that as we go into the new year, there are better days ahead, and the things that you can change are what are coming up, not what is in the past. You can't change that, but you can learn from it and invest in that into your future. So yeah, look, really, really appreciate it. Honestly, you guys are amazing. I love all the love, and Emma, it's been wonderful for you to be here because I know it's super late where you are. So yeah, happy 2022. I mean, it can't be any worse, right? I know, Blade 376, that was what my name was. So guys, in the usual way, and you know, I might do some extra live shows on Twitch or something like that, but for now, I will be back on next Wednesday. So although it's the end of the year, it's just going to be another week like normal. But as always, I want to wish you love, respect, empathy. Love you all so very, very much. And adios till next time. Love you.